Thanks for joining us on the weekend edition of National Focus. I'm Kerdisha St. Louis. Coming up, Education Minister calls for increased enthusiasm in sector. The Acute Psychiatric Unit says 2014 was full of successes, and the Bureau of Standards continues to work with the Dominica Manufacturing Association. Stay tuned for details of these and other stories after this.
If you can believe this,
come by my house and let me show you some movies.
why can't you believe this? Some mothers don't believe their own children when they say they've been sexually abused, and they don't report it. Remember, if anyone asks to see or touch their private parts, touches them inappropriately, shows them or forces them to touch one's private parts, has sex with them, shows them pornographic material, or deliberately lets them hear or see the act of sex, then it is sexual abuse. Believe your child and report the sexual abuse. For more information about child abuse, contact these agencies. This message brought to you by UNICEF and this station.
Thanks for staying with us. The Honorable Peter Serja, Minister for Education and Human Resource Development, has called on the nation and teachers in particular to foster a deeper appreciation and love for education. He expressed these sentiments at an interview with the GIS News on Wednesday, adding that teacher development has remained a focus of the Dominica Labour Party administration. However, there is a need for a radical transformation in people's attitude before Dominica can achieve high-quality education.
Under the DEEP project, that is the Dominica Education Enhancement Project, we were able to train a number of our teachers in various fields. Some of these teachers have returned on island and are now functioning within the various schools. So overall, we've had a very successful rate. I believe one of the areas that we still have to focus on, and I will speak to that in a short while, is the whole area we need to see an attitudinal change in our people. And I believe that the Ministry of Education is positioned to bring about that change in the attitudes of individuals within the workforce. The whole general workforce in Dominica needs to undergo a paradigm shift as far as attitudes are concerned.
Meantime, the Honorable Minister noted that during his previous term in office, Dominica realized a major transformation in the delivery of education through the implementation of Technical Vocational Education and Training, TVET.
This new term, we are looking forward to launching, introducing TVET at all of our secondary schools, whether government-owned or assisted, and the Dominica State College. In fact, the Dominica State College will be the key in the whole process of delivery of TVET to the Dominican public.
The Honorable Minister says he is looking to improve the delivery of education at the administrative level.
Our Human Resource Department is now under review. We are also doing a review of the entire Ministry of Education. In fact, we've set up a body that is mandated with doing a review of the Ministry of Education so that there will be structural changes, there will be changes within the whole management of the Ministry of Education geared towards ensuring the delivery of quality and relevant education to the people of Dominica.
10 families from the Casa Bruce constituency will soon receive new houses, complement the government of Dominica and the People's Republic of China. The families from Saint-Sauveur, Good Hope and Petite Soufrière lost their homes during natural disasters over the years. Parliamentary representative for the Casa Bruce constituency, Johnson Drago, says the homes cost government over $130,000 each.
Work is progressing satisfactorily. On the 10 housing units, government purchased the land. We are putting the infrastructure. We are building the houses. Each of the houses you see here costs $140,000. And very soon, in a couple of months, we will invite you back here for the handing over ceremony when we will be handing over the keys to deserving families.
The project is funded by the People's Republic of China and is expected to be the site of an even larger housing project for the area.
We intend to expand the project in due course, so that, because as you know, the topography over here does not lend itself for village expansion. We have been asking people to leave their homes. People have been renting houses because of cracks, major cracks and so on. You know what disaster did to us in the last term. I'm very happy that the people of San Salvador Sufria Casabus re-elected me, Johnson Drago, so I can supervise the completion of this project and I can be directly involved in the handing of the keys for the deserving family.
Chairman of the Petite Soufriere San Sauvé Village Council, Kimani Morelon, says these houses will be deeply appreciated by the new owners.
This project is a very good thing for the people, especially those who suffered through the landslide a couple of years back, 4 or 5 years back. I think 3 or 4 people were lost from a family, and there were certain disasters which happened in Petite Soufriere. So a few people lost their homes, and being moved to this location is very good for them.
When the project is completed, over 70 persons would have been employed. The Bureau of Standards will continue its work with the Dominica Manufacturers Association in 2015. Last year, the Bureau established a Memorandum of Understanding with the National Development Foundation of Dominica, Invest Dominica Authority, the Aid Bank, and Dominica Export-Import Agency, Dexter, to help the association with its venture. The Bureau's goal is to ensure that the product supplied by the association is of highest quality for the regional and international market.
We are going to identify some priority agro products for export, basically targeting the French markets of Guadeloupe and Martinique to see how best we can penetrate them. And what we're really doing is to see where we can identify resources so that we could build capacity among the manufacturers, but more so the agro-processors. So in 2015, we are looking to build capacity in areas of product development, packaging and labeling, assisting them in implementing quality management systems at their facilities, to ensure that what they manufacture is safe for consumption and can be competitive on the regional market.
Director of Agriculture Ricky Brumant is confident that the citrus certification program is critical to the development of the agriculture sector. Brumant told GIS News this week that the program has been a success.
We are doing well in the certification program. The demand for citrus plants have increased significantly. Farmers are buying the plants. So moving forward, we will certainly have on our agricultural, in our agricultural mix, citrus as an important commodity. But we are very challenged, and the challenge comes again from the disease that assailed the industry. And this is across the board for us. Diseases in the past few years have been the most important challenge in the division of agriculture. And so citrus is no exception. We've had this Tristizia virus, and we've put in the facility to deal with that. After the Tristizia virus, we've had the challenge with Wanglong being all the greening disease. And so the certification program strives to do everything to ensure that farmers of this country have a clean citrus planting material and plant to put on their farms.
Meantime, the contribution of the People's Republic of China has had a major impact on Dominica's agriculture sector. Brumant made reference to the Chinese agricultural mission at 1 Mile Portsmouth. He spoke of future plans for the facility.
Moving forward, we will move beyond the smart greenhouse. We will move beyond the equipment that is made available. We'll move beyond training into increased capacity. We're looking forward to a tissue culture lab. We've already looked at the designs for that, and it will be funded by the government of China through the Chinese Agricultural Mission. And the tissue culture lab is so very important, especially when we look at diseases. So it means that it will provide us with the opportunity across the board to provide clean planting material to all of the crops that we would do.
Brumant is looking forward to the commissioning of the recently constructed coffee plant in 1 Mile, Portsmouth. The facility was funded by the government of Venezuela and is expected to boost the production of coffee beans in Dominica. This will generate significant economic activity for the island and would improve the standard of living for Dominica's coffee farmers. The Director of Agriculture is optimistic about the future of agriculture on the island.
Agriculture will continue to be our food source. We're hoping that every Dominican who eats a meal would remember that they can put Dominica on the table. What is produced in Dominica should be on the table primarily, because it will help the farmers realize a greater income from their efforts. And so we must eat what we grow locally, and that is important. But I am very optimistic. We have sources of funding, not only under the BAM, but on the other programs that is setting the right platform for the agricultural sector to launch in a successful way.
He concluded, however, that in order for the industry to thrive, farmers must continue to be business-minded. They must be aware that there are competitors in the market, and most importantly, they should stick to the advice from the Ministry of Agriculture. Consultant psychiatrist at the Acute Psychiatric Unit, Dr. Nadia Wallace, says the unit has accomplished a great deal in 2014. Dr. Wallace made the comment at a press conference earlier this week.
2014 or even before, I know that mental health or psychiatric care was integrated into the community, where patients were no longer treated only at the unit, but also treated in the district, and the mental health doctors out there have taken the responsibility of treating patients with mental illness. So it's not only done here at the unit. So there's been integration between the psychiatric unit and the community. So that's a big accomplishment, because as you may know or may not know, before, psychiatric care was really in institutions, right? So we've really tried to move away from that care and have patients go out into the community where they can be reintegrated, and the family members and the community can play a role in the treatment of the patients. So that has been a major achievement here.
Dr. Wallace noted an improvement in the quality of service provided to clients by the staff of the unit.
It's more friendly for patients, for family. There is less resistance. There has been more awareness, public awareness of mental health and the problems they have with mental illness through education that has been ongoing. And I think the public right now is more sensitized to mental illness and mental health and what they can do to contribute in treating patients who have mental disorders.
The Acute Psychiatric Unit of the Princess Margaret Hospital will host its 14th annual concert on Sunday. This event is held each year to encourage, support, and motivate mentally ill patients and decrease the stigmatization attached to these patients. Dr. Laura Esprit is coordinator of the event.
We have invited our usual patients to the show. It's a show really for patients where we promote mental health, and in addition to that, we also expect staff of the unit, the psychiatric unit, by extension, the Princess Margaret Hospital, to participate. We are also, on an annual basis, we are also being supported by the public, the general public. Our local artists come in and support us, encourage our patients, and this year, we have some performers lined up. For example, some of our calypsonians like GIS and Hunter. We have the QTS winner, Cassim Birmingham. We expect him to perform. We have Jared Jean-Jacques, the instrumental genius. He's expected to perform, in addition to others. For example, the Athi Martin with his steel pan music, the Cicero Singers. Dr. Binta Lambert is expected to perform, Swinging Stars. So it's a wide range, multi-talented group that we expect to come and support us on Sunday.
This year, for the first time since its inception, patrons will be asked to contribute towards the unit's fundraising efforts.
It's expected to start about 4:30 p.m. And what we're asking for, unlike the other years, we're not putting a fixed price to it, but we're asking for a contribution. And that contribution will go a long way in supporting our patients and the activities that they do.
And before we go, here are a few announcements. Private candidates registered to write the January 2015 CXC examinations are asked to collect their timetables from the local registrar's office during normal office hours. Please be guiding accordingly. The Ministry of Justice, Immigration and National Security is giving notice that the High Court of Justice of the Commonwealth of Dominica will begin its sitting for the trial of criminal cases on Tuesday, the 13th day of January 2015 at 9 a.m. at the High Court Bayfront, Roseau, with the arraignment of accused persons. The Comptroller of Inland Revenue Division informs all persons that the deadline for submitting tax requests for tax adjustments in respect of mortgage interest and student loans is Tuesday, January 13th, 2014. Coming up, how to save money in 2015.
Dominica is blessed with an abundance of water, but getting it to your home is an expensive venture. You have a responsibility to conserve water, to use it wisely. Remember the old adage, you never miss the water till the well runs dry. Think water, think life.
The black Sikatuka fungus can survive on banana and plantain leaves even after they have been cut from the tree. Farmers and hucksters are encouraged to use alternate cushioning material when moving produce from farm to the market. Do not use banana and plantain leaves as cushioning. It is against the law to move banana and plantain trash from the field. Obey the law and stop the spread of black Sikatuka today.
Take baby steps. Putting 10% or more of your income towards retirement can be overwhelming. Savers often have more success by starting small and putting just 2 or 3% of their income away and then slowly increasing that rate over time. And that's all for this edition of National Focus. We always welcome your suggestions and comments. Drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm or visit our website news.gov.dm. Like our Facebook page, facebook.com/GIS News Dominica, and follow our Twitter at GIS Dominica. You can also catch up on past National Focus newscasts on our GIS Dominica YouTube channel. From all of us here on the GIS News production team, I'm Kerdisha St. Louis. Thanks for watching and have a great weekend.